This was the stuff that worked.
How did you become a consumer psychologist?
Kind of by mistake. Look, I was passionate growing up, even as a late teen. I remember my mum was studying psychology. I used to kind of steal her books, go into my bedroom and kind of read, and I start to realize like, oh wow, there is research on who we are, how we think, how we feel. And as you're a late teenager and you go through your own process of like, who am I in this world? And these books were just kind of like survival guides. So, hey dude, this is who you are. You're not such a freak after all. And I was really passionate about that. And I got accepted into university to study psychology. But the reality is, I very quickly realized, look, I don't want to do a degree where I'm just learning traditional classical theories. I wanted to learn the stuff that was all about the applied, the reality, how we live in the world today, not ideas from 150 years ago. I was always passionate about how do we relate psychology to entrepreneurship. But at the time, there was no dedicated degree on what today is called consumer psychology. It felt very plug and play, and like, picking up bits and bobs and trying to just apply it to reality. And then my first job was actually designing gambling machines. This was behavior design 101. This was the stuff that worked. I'm not proud of that being my first job. I was there for a few years. I learned an awful lot. That's when you start to really understand what's written in those textbooks doesn't always work. And since then, I've actually used it in a whole variety of industries.